have a good update on the Zero now as well. It's back. This is my own Zero SRF. Initially I had the charge tank installed on top here, and there were some issues with that installation. I made a video about it, but eventually I came upon an agreement with the shop that executed that work, and they got opportunity to fix their errors, and they did, and I have to say I'm happy with the result. They fixed the frame, it was repainted, they rearranged all the cabling, so everything is properly routed now and everything fits again, nothing is stuck between. And well, it was already functional except for the locking mechanism. It was already functional, so it's still functional, so I'm happy with the result. You guys will know that I have bought an Energica by now, so there will be a lot of comparing tests between this one and the Energica, Zero versus Energica. I still had to do the range test on the highway with this one. I did the test, and the results were, well, kind of what I expected, so I did indeed get a slightly better result than the blue one that I tested with. I ended up consuming where the blue one in its best run over that distance did, I think it was 38% of the battery used. This one I had 35%, so where the other one maxed out at 110 kilometers in range, this one maxed out at 120 kilometers in range. So that's a bit better. That's highway speed. Well, it's 100 kilometers an hour, but I have to say the track is not ideal in that it's a lot of inclines, so you're always either going downwards or upwards, which I think also reduces the range that you will get out of it. And I'm sitting really upright on the motor when I'm riding that test track. In reality, I often do a track of 110 kilometers on the highway at higher speeds, 120, which is the maximum allowed speed in Belgium on most of our highways. And when I do so, I get there with still like 10 and even sometimes 20% battery left. So the reason that I get more range there riding faster is probably because if you're riding faster, you won't be sitting upright like I do on those tests, because then you get all the, it's riding 100 and more kilometers is more than an hour riding on the highway. So that means that you won't be sitting upright on high speeds all the time because you have all the wind in your chest then. So you automatically dive in a bit, which gives a lot more range. Then what else? Well, sometimes when I have traffic jams, I also have to reduce speed to 50 kilometers an hour, which helps a lot, of course. But I think, and it's a lot flatter, the direction I go when I go to the office. That's before COVID, of course. So I think those are the difference between my test that I do here, which is a bit pessimistic because of the conditions. I think I'll just stay on that track for testing. Just keep in mind that if you live in a flat country, for instance, you can gain some range. And what I will do the same test track with this bike, with other bikes, but I will also try and figure out if, for instance, a windscreen helps for range, if how much you gain by just laying a lot more down on the tank, for instance. Maybe even what luggage does to your range, those kind of things. If you have any other clue of things that you want me to test, just let me know. I've been riding with the lowered foot pegs now as well, which is a great thing to have on these SRF. Those are the SRS ones. So the SRS already has this slightly better ergonomics